Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from the Meadowlands Racetrack here on Tuesday. It is October the 18th, 2016. I'm going to look at all the races, all six races on today's program. Before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections from racetracks around the world. It's a great card from Meadowlands. Remember, first post is 110, so just remember that. So let's get on to it. Starting off with race number one, like I said, post time 110. It's a main claiming race per $17,500 for maidens 2-year-olds. Field of 9 horses traveling 5 furlongs on the turf course. You know, the just looking at the turf course here on this Monday afternoon, that Monday card from the Meadowlands, it looks very well, very well used, shall I say. So you have to pick your spots. Maybe the rail should be good because I think they're running at the 0 feet lane tomorrow. But they're traveling 5 furlongs here. My top selection here will go to the 7 horse here, number 7, Histrionic. Gonna go 7-4-6-1, 7-4-6-1. Number 7, Histrionic. 7-2, Winston K. On this one, on the sire of big drama of sires, this horse, but trained by Dennis Ward. Last time out, ran the Meadowlands 5 furlongs on October the 6th, and a maiden 20,000 first career start. This horse finished fourth by 4 3/4 lengths that day, 20 to 1. It was a little bit wide. He's closing up a little bit, but just couldn't get a third that day. He does get the advantage of getting a 7 pound apprentice. Everybody else is carrying about 118. He's only carrying 111, so that's pretty good. But I think this horse should really romp after that. His last start wasn't bad. He was a little bit farther back. I think today, second start under his belt, I think he should really do well here today. I think, you know, um, I like to see a horse when it starts on turf for the first time. I like to give it a second start. I think he should have a great run here today. So I'm going to go with this horse as his top selection. This son out of Big Drama. Big Drama who was a very speedy horse, not so much on turf, but on dirt. But I think he has enough speed to win here. So I'm going to go with this horse's top selection. So to recap my bets for the first race from the Meadowlands here on this Tuesday afternoon, I'm going to go with the 7 horse. I'm going to go 7-4-6-1, 7-4-6-1. To the second race now from the Meadowlands, which is a claiming race per $16,000 for 3-year-olds and upwards. Number one, a race since April the 21st, 2016, race number one, 3 races. We have a field of 14 horses. The 13 and 14 are also eligible, so only 12 will run, traveling a mile on the turf course at the Meadowlands. 1 mile. And my top selection here will go to the 7 horse. Number 7, who is TC's Love. TC's Love. Gonna go 7-4-8-2. 7-4-8-2. Number 7, TC's Love, 6-1. Last time out, coming in from Mountaineer to run. Last time out on October the 12th at Mountaineer, 7/8 of a mile and claiming 14,000. Source finished ninth by 9.5 lengths. Was up with the leaders early on, then just weakened as the race progressed. Wasn't his best of runs, beating one horse. Start before at Mountaineer, 7 furlongs, 10 to the 24th, and claiming 14. Horse finished second by 4 lengths that day. Was a little bit farther back than he was last start, but he had a nice run that day. If he employs this running line today, this running style, I think he should win. He had a very nice move. He got up to second, wasn't catching the winner, but it was a nice all-around second place finish. And then a Mountaineer, a mile, a Mountaineer on December 13th, claiming 5,000. This horse finished sixth by 6 3/4 lengths. Just tired. He's dropping down to that maiden 5, that claiming 5 again, which I think is the appropriate class division for this horse. This horse is 20-2, 4-0 in turf, but has 2 second place finishes. But I think this horse should have a good run here today. I think it should handle this turf course. So to recap my bets for race number 2 from the Meadowlands Racetrack, I'm gonna go with the 7 horse. Gonna go 7-4-8-2, 7-4-8-2. So now let's get on to race number 3 from the Meadowlands. Third race is a claiming race, purse $20,000 for 3-year-olds and upwards. Number one, 3 races. We have a field of 9 horses, going for a claim price of $16,000, traveling a mile and a 16th on the turf course. Mile 16th. And I'm going to go to the outside post position as my top selection here. Number 9, who is Gracious Plenty. Gonna go 9-5-6-7. 9-5-6-7. Number 9, Gracious Plenty. 3-1. Chris DiCarlo on this Todd Pletcher horse. Todd Pletcher is 100% at this meet. He is 1-for-1. Chris DiCarlo is 2-for-2, so he's 100% also. Let's make it 3-for-3 for DiCarlo and 2-for-2 for Pletcher. Chris DiCarlo is always good at the Meadowlands. I used to love when they used to have the full Meadowlands meet years ago. He used to always have some very nice Todd Pletcher run horses. Those were the times. that hopefully next year they have a full thoroughbred meet. I believe they are looking into it, and if they are, it's going to be over the moon for me. But I'm going to go 9, 5, 6, 7, number 9. Gracious Plenty. Chris DiCarlo, last time out, ran at Belmont, mile 16, September the 25th in a lounge race for 5, starter lounge race for 50,000 starter price. Horse finished 5th by 4 lengths that day. Was very wide. Couldn't overtook that wide trip. It was improving a little bit towards as the race progressed, but it was just very wide for this horse. It's dropping down today. I think that's going to be the key. Start before at Saratoga, mile 16th, inner turf, August the 21st, and claiming 40,000 hours to lifetime. Horse won by nose at 9-2. Just got up, was a little bit wide, but got up there to a very nice victory and a head bob. And then at Saratoga, a mile and star launch race, 50,000. Horse finished 8th by 4.5 lengths at 11-1. Was just wide, had a horrible start from that 12-hole post position. You can blame the post position on that race that they had too much to overcome. He won that start at Saratoga in his maiden victory. Had to go to Gulfstream Park, 7.5 furlongs, maiden 75,000. Excuse me. Horse won by a length, stuck in the pace, got the lead, took off. I think he should love this turf course. Do I dare say best bet on the card? 3-1. This horse can get bet into the ground. I don't think you're gonna get 3-1. Maybe if you lock in your odds on Betfair, but you never know. But to recap my bets now for race number 3 from the Meadowlands Racetrack, gonna go with the 9 horse. Gonna go 9, 5, 6, 7, 9, 5, 6, 7. Now to the 4th race from the Meadowlands, which is a maiden claim race per $16,000 for maidens, 3-year-olds and upwards. Claiming price here of 25,000. Field of 11 horses, including part of an entry, traveling 5 furlongs. 5/8, 1,000 meters. And my top selection here will go to the 8 horse, number 8, who is Rainbow Code. Gonna go 8-3-10-4. 8-3-10-4. Number 8, Rainbow Code, 5-1. Pedro Cotto Jr. on this one. This 3-year-old gelding. But last time out, ran at Delaware Park. First start since his gelding on September the 14th. 5 furlongs, main 16,000. His horse finished second by 2.5 lengths in his turf debut. Was a part of an entry, 1.5-1, 3-2 favorite, 3-2 co-favorite actually. He was improving as the race went on. His second start on turf, I would really, I love betting horses second start on turf because I think this horse should really do well. He's speedy enough. He's out of City Zip. City Zip is also a good turf size, so it's pointing all in the right direction for this horse. And then his first career start came at Park, 6 furlongs on June 20th in maiden 40. Horse finished 4th by 7.25 lengths, basically fourth throughout. Really didn't have a great closing kick, but his turf start for Delaware was very improving, very good. 5-1. I hope I get 5-1. I think this horse might go down in price also because I think a lot of people might be seeing what I see because the City Zip. His last race was a very big improvement. He's running on, some good rest here. I think it should be a very fresh horse running here today. Do I say best bet with my other horse at 5-1? But I'm going to go with this horse here as a top selection. So to recap my bets for race number 4 from the Meadowlands Racetrack, going to go with the 8 horse. I'm going to go 8-3-10-4. 8-3-10-4. So now let's get on to race number 5 in the Meadowlands, which is a claiming race for $17,000 for fillies, mares, drills, and upwards, which never won 2 races. We have a field of 10 horses traveling the distance of ground of a mile and a 16th, which is about 1,700 meters, maybe? Mile 16th? 1,700 meters, I believe, if you want to go by that. And my top selection here will go to the 4 horse. If you ever wonder why I show that diagram, give me a second to look down at my notes. I have one notebook where I just write down the numbers, and I have a separate piece of paper scattered on this table I have, and it gives me something like just a little note or reminder of what to talk about with the horse. But I'm gonna go here in race 5. I'm gonna go 4-6-5-10, 4-6-5-10 here in the 5th race from the Meadowlands. But number 4, Rusty Halo as a top selection. 10-1 here. It's a nice little price here. Last time out, ran the Meadowlands a mile on September 19th, claiming 16,000. This horse finished 9th by 21 lengths. Just was fading that day. It was his first start since July the 15th. So I think this horse should really be running on the improvement today with the coming out of the second off the layoff. I think he should do well. Dropping down to a maiden 14. Didn't for the 14 claim price today. But start for it at Monmouth in his maiden victory, maiden 20,000, July 15th. Horse won by neck. He broke open the gate before the race, but he took off and had a clear victory. I think this horse should have a great run here today. His turf races haven't been half bad. Go back to a race June 2nd at Delaware Park, mile 16th, in the maiden 40,000. This horse finished fourth by 11.5 lengths. Set the pace early, but then just weakened in the top of the stretch. If he gets a good, decent lead, I think this horse should do well. I think the inside post position is something this horse needs. He got today. I think he should do well. 10-1. I'm going to take my chances with this one. So to recap my bets for race number 5 in the Meadowlands Racetrack, I'm going to go with the 4 horse. Going to go 4, 6, 5, 10. 4, 6, 5, 10 here at race number 5. Now let's get on to the nightcap. Race number 6 from the Meadowlands, which is a claim race per $16,000 for 3-year-olds and upwards. Never won a race since April the 21st, 2016. Horse never won 3 races. We have a field of 13 horses. 13 horses are also eligible, so we can only have 12 running, traveling a mile on the turf course. If we ever get this page to load. 1 mile. And I'm going to go to the outside here as a top selection to the 10 horse. Number 10, who is Ladaris. Hopefully I said that right. I'm going to go 10, 12, 7, 11. 10, 12, 7, 11. Number 10, Ladaris, 8-1. Aaron Grider on this one for David Jacobson in for the claiming 5. Last time out, the Meadowlands on October the 15th, mile 16th, and a claiming 5,000. Same conditions as today. His horse finished second by 3 3/4 lengths. Really couldn't take, he didn't have a really good closing kick from the outside post position. Was on the rail, but, just used a little bit too much that day with Paco Lopez. Gets Aaron Grider today, who I think is a very underrated rider. Start before at Saratoga on the soft mile 3/4 on August the 10th in the Birdstone Stakes. Horse finished 6th by 5.5, 52.5 lengths actually, not 5.5, 52.5 lengths. Did not like it that day. Did not like the slop. I guess his 2 worst races have been on a sloppy racetrack. Maybe the distance was long also, but he just did not like the course that day. And then in claiming 1250 at Belmont on the main track, back in July the 16th. Horse finished 8th by 19.25 lengths. Did not like that course either that day. I think he's a better turf horse. If you go back to last year, he was running in some really nice grade 2s last year at Belmont, at the West Coast at Del Mar, mile 3/8 in Del Mar handicap. Finished 7th that day. He finished 4th in the Coulee the second. He finished 6th in last year's Hollywood Gold Cup. 6th in the California, 9th in the Greenwood Cup. But I think he should have a good run here. He's dropping down to claiming 5. He has an outside post position, but I'm going to take my chances with this 8-1 shot. I think this race is very wide open. You can go a few ways. But to recap my bets now for race number 6 from the Meadowlands Racetrack here on this Tuesday afternoon, I'm going to go with the 10 horse Ladaris. I'm going to go 10, 12, 7, 11. 10, 12, 7, 11. So good luck to all and follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.